I want to start off by apologizing for this video because I've been telling you that I've been having issues with my setup, and my microphone is right here. So the sound isn't going to sound amazing, and I apologize for that. I am actively working on it, and I believe I'm supposed to get something tomorrow that's going to help me fix that for you. But I brought notes. I brought notes, and I'm gonna share them with you. Here's why I think it's important, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little bit embarrassed to release this video because I've been releasing videos lately that are highly edited, something that looks like it could be up there with, you know, Transformers, and this is gonna be a very low budget type of video. But I think it's important because this video is not for me. This is not for my pride. This is not for my ego. This is for people that are gonna put money on this fight. This is for the betting odds, and I'm here to save you. And I feel an obligation to do so. So I'm gonna get right to it. People have been asking me for weeks, is it gonna be Ilia Topuria or is it gonna be Charles Oliveira? And I've been saying, Topuria. I mean, Oliveira gets hit too much. He gets hit too much. He's that zombie. He gets touched up too much. Topuira's gonna come in there and does what he does best. But I didn't realize that my own words could and would be used against me by myself when I was having a stream yesterday. And bro, forgive me. I literally thought of your name earlier because I wanted to shout you out, and now I can't. I think it's Francisco something. Hey, if you watch this video, leave a comment and let me know. Oh, I feel bad. But there was a dude in the chat yesterday, and he was like he was asking me who I had for the fight, and he made me start like rethinking things. And I started to think a lot of the stuff that I was saying was actually somewhat hypocritical and could easily backfire. So let me just tell you what I wrote down. All right. Charles Oliveira is a living, breathing sacrifice throw. Let that sink in. Now, if you're a judoka, it's okay. Things will get better. If you're a judoka, if you're a BJJ doka, you know, any kind of, if you know what a sacrifice throw is, then you should understand what I'm saying. If you don't know what it is, Google it. Charles Oliveira is a living, breathing sacrifice throw. Now, we like to look at him a certain way and critique him and say that he takes too many risks, he gets to hit, but that's what he is, and we know that that has its place, and we know that that is deadly. It is a very high risk technique to employ a sacrifice throw. It's a big gamble, but that's how Charles Oliveira fights. That's how he worked his way up to the strap, got the strap, held the strap. Charles Oliveira beat some significant names to the point where, you know, it seems like when you win fights these days, you're automatically the best ever. And then the guy that beats you is the best ever. We're just in that era of the best ever. We're in the best ever era. But Charles Oliveira, he got to where he was at in reality and in our minds because of that. Because he's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. So before you go say he's too reckless, he's too dangerous, he's careless, he doesn't no, he's a sacrifice throw. And that's intentional. I was doing my due diligence. I was doing that MMA long division earlier today. And that's why I ran out of time and I couldn't make like a more like highly edited video. And I just got to do this one through in like one shot because I got a stream right now. And then the fight's already going to be tomorrow. So I spent a lot of time watching the fights, but that's a good thing. I did my homework, and Charles Oliveira is always allowing himself to be put into what looked like very tumultuous positions so that he could get what his opponents meant for evil, he used for good. He knows what it looks like they're gonna knock him out, he gets thrown on his back, they're gonna grapple with him, and he lets it happen because he's gonna turn it into this other thing. There was a submission I saw today, I have to be honest, I never saw before. There was a crazy submission that he did on some dude just by like bear hugging him from the back, and he had his ankle locked up. You guys remember that one? I forgot his name, but that was one of the craziest submissions I've ever seen in my life. He will do stuff that he's thinking like 6 moves ahead that you never saw coming, and you thought he was in danger, and all of a sudden they're raising his hand. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's like the opposite of Floyd Mayweather. We say he gets hit too much. Hey, who do you got? TAPuria or Oliveira? Oh, I got TAPuria. How come? He gets hit too much. And I was guilty of that. Oh, he gets hit too much. And then we clown on Mayweather. Hey, is he the greatest ever? Nah, he doesn't even fight. He doesn't even get hit. He doesn't even hit anybody. He doesn't even engage. Oh, snap. I'm a hypocrite. We're over here saying that this dude's not the greatest, that he's just a good runner, and he's just, maybe he doesn't get hit, but he does. And then we say, that good. He gets hit too much. He exchanges too much. Which is it? If we're going to be honest with ourselves, Mayweather is most likely, and to some of you, you're going to be like, duh. It's literally like his slogan. And others of you will be offended because other people, maybe you liked them more, or they have better knockout reels or something like that. But most likely, Mayweather is the greatest boxer of all time. Do I like that fool? No. Have I made a bunch of videos clowning on him? Yes. But it's not about knocking him out. It's not about the highlight reel. It's not about the liver shots. It's not about the slugfest. It's not about Mexican style. It's the sweet science. That's what it is. Mayweather wasn't a street fighter. He wasn't a bare knuckle boxer. He wasn't in street beefs. He was a boxer. And what is that? The sweet science. Oliveira engages in that sweet science of getting his brain beat in till it builds his opponent's confidence enough that he's getting choked out. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. We can't say one thing about this guy and then say the opposite of the other and think that we're right in every situation. We have to be consistent. And this video was sponsored by my Patreon with new videos every weekday. For reals. He gets to where he gets because of being hit. We say that he gets hit too much. That is his process. If the dudes he got hit in all the fights that he won, and all the fights that he won the title, defended the title, he was getting hit. Poirier almost knocked him out. Gaethje almost knocked him out. Chandler almost knocked him out. Everybody almost knocked. Everybody and like their best friends, like everybody has almost knocked out Oliveira. That's like a social consciousness type of, like me and you have almost knocked out Oliveira. Like it's that much in like the cultural zeitgeist. Like it's like a 6 degrees of separation type of, like everyone has almost knocked out Oliveira, but that's his process. That's how he gets to his back. That's how he gets to the triangle. That's how he gets to the leg lock. That's exactly what he wants. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. He gets to where he gets because he gets hit. We underestimate him because he gets hit. And more so, his opponent. His opponents look at him just like we do. And I think I even heard TAPuria saying that. He gets hit too much. He gets hit too much. And then they're going to underestimate him, and they're going to do to him what Jamal Hill did to Khalil Roundtree. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. He gets to the good positions because he gets hit. People underestimate him. Gaethje. Dustin Gaethje. Everyone that ever fights Gaethje says that he's the hard, which I don't believe. Like, where does he get the mechanics from? He's not like a big dude. I don't know. He's not like Musk. I don't know. He's got that torque. Maybe he was a pitcher in high school. I don't know. But everyone that fights Gaethje always said, when they ask him who hits the hardest, Nogano, Stipe Miocic, they're like Gaethje. Even Overeem said that. Like even heavyweights, you know, sometimes they train. You see them like on Snapchat with like little fighters and they're like friends and stuff. Even the big dudes, everyone always says Gaethje. I don't know where he gets it from. I don't know if it comes up from his feet from the earth or what. But Gaethje is supposedly like the hardest hitter. Oliveira took those punches from Gaethje, and he got rocked, and he went down. And what did he do? He worked from his back. Do you think? And you probably do. You probably do, because there's a lot of people out there on that hype appetite, you know. And as long as you read the right article, or as long as you hear John Anik running his mouth enough or whatever, you're gonna eat it up like some Captain Crunch. I already know that. But just take a moment before you blurt it out. Do you think that TAPuria, hits harder than Gaethje. Think about it. Are you done yet? Does your brain hurt? Or do your feelings hurt? Does your brain hurt or do your feelings hurt? Think about it. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. We can't be hypocrites. He gets to good positions because he gets hit. People underestimate him. There's no way Topuria hits harder than Gaethje. He is the Brazilian zombie. He's the Brazilian zombie. And he's doing what zombies do. We don't watch a zombie movie and go, oh, that's weird. I never saw that before. When we watch a zombie movie, we know what we're going into. We're not like, hey, why does he keep getting back up? They're supposed to die. We know what the expectation is, but not when it comes to Charles Oliveira. He is the Brazilian zombie doing zombie things. Zombies are supposed to go down and get back up and go down and get back up. That's why it's exciting. That's what we're there to see. And that's his style. He's not a self-privationist. He's a zombie he's taking care of zombie business. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. And I hope that's sinking in when I keep saying the opposite of Mayweather. It's stating that you're being a hypocrite if you're gonna make fun of Mayweather because he doesn't get hit, and that's he's the best ever just because he doesn't get hit. Well, yeah, if you're gonna be criticizing Oliveira because he does get hit, and look at how his run looked. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and your cupcakes. That's stupid. You're gonna get fat. Gets to where he does because he gets hit. People underestimate him. There's no way Topuria hits harder than Gaethje. He is a zombie doing zombie things. He's got that Makiwara dome. You know the wooden stick where the Japanese dudes just hit it over and over? And you don't have to be Japanese, but that's what usually in the YouTube videos, they're Japanese. You know that stick? And they just hit it over and over and their knuckles get all gross? He's got that Makiwara dome. So you're probably thinking he's been fighting long enough that it had to have worn out by now. It's over. He's taken enough damage. And you think that it gets less than, but no. Nerves start to die. That's why they do the Makiwara. That's why they do it on their shins. It kills the nerves. It kills the receptors so that you don't feel that pain anymore. So when you think all the time, oh, how many times he's got hit, it's just like this thing that gets more and more worn down and he's only got so much left. Nah, Charlie. He's got those, like, you get like the corns or whatever on your toes. He's got that on his head. He's got calluses. He's got corns. He's got the bones broken and rebuilt. Just like when you break a bone, when you build down muscle and rebuild it. He's got Makiwara dome. All those bouts that he's had, BOUTS, bouts. And bouts. Bouts on bouts on bouts. All those that he's had, it's only reinforced. It's only making strong. It's petrified. It's petrified dome. Topueria's gonna hurt his hand. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. He gets to the positions he does because of being hit. People underestimate him because of that. They don't realize that it works in his favor. There's no way Topuria hits harder than Gaethje. He's a zombie doing zombie things. He has that Makiwara dome. This whole situation, you know what? Let me say one more thing. He's a storm. People always talk about weathering the storm. Can he weather the storm? There's a barrage, a flurry coming from... Yes. Not only can he weather the storm, he's like the dudes from Twister. Oliveira is a storm chaser. He's a storm chaser. Not only is he a storm chaser, he creates them. I don't know if you saw the movie. It is insane. People go out there and they will actually artificially create a storm. So not only can he weather the storm, not only is he a storm chaser, this dude build storms from the canvas up. He will lure opponents into certain attacks that look like he'll get a head kick, he'll take an elbow, he'll take a roundhouse, he'll take a groin shot, just so that he could get into the position that best suits him. He's a living, breathing sacrifice throw. He's the opposite of Mayweather. He gets to where he does because of being hit. People underestimate him for it. There's no way TAPuria hits harder than Gaethje. He's a zombie doing what zombies do. He's got that Makiwara dome, and he's not a storm chaser, just a storm chaser. He's a storm creator. You know what this whole situation reminds me of? People are hyping up TAPuria too much. They're giving him too much credit. It reminds me of Conor McGregor. It reminds me of when Conor McGregor was supposed to fight RDA. And that's who he wanted, and he wanted to get that title, and it didn't work out, so then he had to get Diaz, and okay, yeah, whatever, you know, this is kind of like a throwaway thing. He's a big name. I'm going to knock out this gatekeeper, and I'm going to rise even. Oh, it didn't happen like that, did it? It didn't happen like that. I remember watching it that night, and it did not go the way that Conor McGregor was expecting. Nate Diaz choked that fool out. Nate Diaz was underestimated. They underestimated him. They thought his time had come. He'd had the best years of his life already. He's a gatekeeper now. He's on his way out now. He's an underdog now. Conor, and there's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of comparisons lately. Not only did he go to the tattoo artist and say, hey, give me that Conor McGregor starter kit. Someone mentioned in the chat the other day, and I was like, oh snap, he's got like the same tattoos like on every part of his body as Conor McGregor. The hype, the coming in, and the undefeated, everything around him, the way that they're trying to build him, the attitude, the cockiness, all of that, the division. He came in, Conor came in, he was supposed to fight RDA, wanted the title, didn't happen, had to fight Nate Diaz, underestimated him, old dude, gatekeeper, not gonna happen, underdog, Nate Diaz chokes him out. Now you got TAPuria, all the similarities, same thing, he wanted to go up a weight division, he wanted to fight Makhachev. Makhachev was the champ. Makhachev not gonna fight him because Makhachev wants to go and fight the next one up to defend his homie. So now at the last second, TAPuria has to get someone else. Let's give him Oliveira. Oliveira's gonna choke him out, and Ilia is gonna live up to that self-fulfilling prophecy. Top, just like Conor. TAPuria. Ilia Topuria is gonna live up to his name. I'm telling you. This is not easy for me. I'm looking at my audio file right now, and it looks insane. It looks insane. People probably aren't even going to make it through this far in the video because this looks crazy. And you know what? They're going to lose money on their bets. This is going to be an embarrassing video for me to upload because of the quality. This is very difficult for me. I'm doing it for you. I'm trying to save you money so that you could pay your rent this month. I'm telling you. Who has TAPuria beat? TAPuria beat Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell is like beating Ryan. It's a Ryan Hall with attitude. Bryce Mitchell got defeated by diarrhea in another bout. Bryce Mitchell lost a match to Chorro. I don't think that's a big win for TAPuria. Josh Emmett? Are you kidding me? Josh Emmett? That fool's as old as Emmett Smith. Josh Emmett? And it wasn't that long ago. Way past his prime. Didn't even really have a prime. Josh Emmett? Are you kidding me? Bryce Mitchell, Josh Emmett. Okay. Let's try the next one. Volkanovski. Oh, okay. Let's give him the dude that just got obliterated, humiliated, deconstructed, complete. He just came from fighting Makhachev. The first fight, as far as I'm confirmed, Volkanovski beat him. Second fight, a little bit different. Volkanovski that's like fighting someone after they fight Khabib. With all due respect to Khabib. The GOAT, the real GOAT. Bryce Mitchell, Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell loses the unanimous decision to Diarrhea. Josh Emmett has who's been in the UFC longer than Dana White, or to be honest, he hasn't. All right, he hasn't been in the UFC that long. But you would think so because of how old he is and how old he was when TAPuria fought him. TAPuria didn't fight Emmett when Emmett was 34. Volkanovski just came off a match with Makhachev. That's not fair. That's not fair. Give him Max Holloway again. Give Volkanovski Max Holloway one more time before he fights someone else. And then Max Holloway. That's the next person TAPuria beat. Max Holloway? Max Holloway's worse than Josh Emmett. In MMA years, Max Holloway's like 87. People forget that. We used to always talk about how young Max Holloway was, but now he's old. And I know that's not fair because he's only like, 34? But in MMA years, that's why I'm talking. Max Holloway's been in the UFC since he was like 14. He came in as one of those dudes that skip like classes in high school and they go to college. That's how Max Holloway was in the UFC. That fool's old now. He's got dog years on him. That is his resume. Bryce Mitchell, Josh Emmett, Volkanovski, Max Holloway. Are you kidding me? The disrespect, the level of disrespect toward Oliveira is insane. Place your bets. Heed my words. And make sure you send me my cut.